Gets to go to the NCAA championships.
So excited he forgot to take off his ankle straps there. Jason Peters had to remind him. Big win for the freshman for Pitt.
Big win because as a freshman, it is so difficult to go through the ups and downs, the ebb and flows of wrestling here. And it's just very exciting to do it in front of your home crowd.
Next up, 141 pounds, we get set to take a look at another freshman, this time from North Carolina State. It's Kevin Jack. He's taking on the veteran redshirt senior Joe Spisak. So ironically, we're in a similar situation to what we just saw. D'Angelo, the redshirt senior, the elder statesman of North Carolina State, wrestling the up-and-newcomer in Voorhees, and it was the freshman who took 125, who's going to emerge here at 141. Again, the stakes are equally as high, 3 spots in this weight class, meaning the winner moves into the NCAA tournament.
This scenario right here, Joe Spisak, 5th-year senior against a freshman, but the freshman absolutely dominated Spisak in the dual meet, majored him. But again, we don't know if Joe is just coming off of an injury, but it doesn't matter. You major someone, it sticks in your opponent's head. Here we go. Let's start the rolling.
This is where Spisak's tough.
Spisak is tough, but the challenge that Spisak is going to have is that Jack is a long wrestler. Because he's long, it's going to be a lot more challenging for him to finish. And this is what Joe does. Situations where most wrestlers would not want to be in, Joe Spisak thrives in.
How about that? Gets the 2, and Spisak with the opening salvo in the first period here. 2-0 at 141.
Again, another big match for the University of Virginia, not just because it's trying to get to the Nationals, but they need points. Points to help them to stay in front of Pittsburgh and Virginia Tech.
Spisak had not won a match prior to his Consolation semi. You have to go all the way back January 1st because of injuries. He's battled numerous injuries this year.
And so what happened was, Joe Spisak, he had the front headlock in there. And when I say front headlock, the headlock position, and the referee was still counting in, Joe Spisak says, "I'm off," to let him know to stop counting.
Jack gets the escape late, minute to go in the first period, and a 2-1 lead for the Virginia senior. Cavaliers started this round, the team leader with 62 points, Pitt second, Virginia Tech third.
Interesting contrast of styles here. Again, we understand Spisak is a roller, but again, you have Jack, who's a longer wrestler, very tough on top, and it's a lot more challenging to roll around and front guys that have long position and can maintain good leverage. Hard to get height on a guy that's a pretty long wrestler.
Taking a quick glimpse, doing the calculating here on the team score. Right now, Virginia with 77.5, Pittsburgh with 53, and you have Virginia Tech at 44.5. Cavaliers with 6 finalists tonight, Pitt with 4, Virginia Tech with 3. First period will come to an end. Spisak on top by a point.
Virginia's got a Consolation finalist at 41 and 49 going simultaneously. So we have just Coach Garland coaching Spisak, and you have 2 national champions coaching TJ Miller over there. Let's see what Jack can do here.
Jack getting up to his feet. You see Spisak apply the leg. These are the positions that he really loves. He's able to whip Jack right back down to the mat, gradually bringing him flattened out, still with that leg applied.
And accumulating around the time. One of the things that Spisak had to do and change his style, because last year and the year before, he was very tough when he would grab that front headlock when I say headlock, that side headlock with the leg in there. But now he's had to change his style a little bit where he can't keep it in there as long as he wanted to. And there it is. There's the count. Had to let it go. Good job by Jack to get out of that situation.
Jack gets the escape for North Carolina State. 2-2. Minute 13 to go in the second period. Duke just picked up a fall over Virginia in the other consolation final. Coach Lanham and the Blue Devils pumped up.
Punched his way to NCAAs. Jack's in again. Can he maintain height? That's the most important thing, is to maintain height. He's trying to keep the height in there. And look at this. If he gets the leg in there, he can get the takedown. But that leg is not in there. The leg isn't in there. And the coach, the referee, is holding that call. It's not in. He gave a 2 and a reversal and getting it back point. Spisak, typical style. Just roll around, roll around. And a reversal.
So Jack gets it right back. Back and forth we go. 6-4 for the freshman from North Carolina State. Now he'll try to hang on for the final 5 seconds. You see Spisak desperately trying anything. Tries to roll through. Jack maintains control. And he'll go into the third period leading by 2.
I think they're going to check the score here, because I'm not sure if that score is correct. Because Spisak had, it was a takedown, and then Spisak had a reversal and 2 back. So I believe Spisak is going to have at least 6 points. So I think it's going to be 6-6.
Both coaches over at the scorer's table as they sort it out.
2 quality coaches, so they're not going to be yelling at each other. They just want to make sure everything's done correctly. So it is 6-6. So the question that they have to ask is, does Spisak want to stay underneath? And he does not want to stay underneath Jack. They're going to go neutral. 2 minutes before you can find out if you're going to nationals.
Riding time is with Spisak here in this third period. He has a minute 18 riding time and a 6-6 tie with the freshman Kevin Jack. Jack, who had the red shirt taken off his back literally late in the year in the duel against Pitt because of the mono situation with Sam Spino, his teammate. Spino wrestling at 49 today. Jack responded with 3 consecutive ACC dual meet wins, 2 of those by bonus points.
Jack has got to just create the action here. I know he's a little nervous because Spisak may funk him, but if he doesn't create the action, he's going to be in trouble. And Spisak does a good job of getting a takedown and to build on that lead with the riding time.
Spisak gets the takedown, 8-6. The riding time continues to clock up. Minute 30. Jack does a good job nearly of scooting free. Spisak retaliates with that headlock to try to keep Jack under control.
Now in this position, the official, Stephen Curtis, said that Spisak was still in control and that Jack was not in a position where he was out of danger. So he didn't want to give up a 1 as a reversal, 1 as an escape, and then Spisak just spin around and get 2.
Caution with Spisak up top. I believe that's his first time.
It is.
8-6 the score in the third period. The winner to St. Louis. Locked hands call. That changes things a little bit.
Actually, I agree with the call. He can't get back points there. So a couple things happen there. One, once you get the lock in hands, the riding time stops. Secondarily, even though Spisak put him on his back, you cannot get back points when it's, as people call it, a free move. It's not a free move, but it's still a developing move.
So Jack with riding time looking at a 2-point deficit here, even with the penalty point. Down 8-7 into a tripod. Trying to get his balance. You see Spisak drive that leg in again, draped on the back of Jack. Jack landing with all of his weight on Spisak. He absorbed it, kept his lock, and he's in a good position with 10 seconds to go.
He's just going to hold on there.
He'll be content just to sit here. And throughout the injury-plagued season, Joe Spisak, when the dust is settled at the end of the day, he is heading back to the NCAA tournament. And the Virginia Cavaliers get another win.
He does a little arm drag, modified boot scoot, and then as Jack tried to look for a switch, Joe flattened out and got the double.
So how about that for Spisak? 4 for 4 in his career at Charlottesville, 4-time NCAA qualifier. And he will make the trip back to St. Louis for the Cavaliers at 141 pounds.